Hello and welcome to the typical leadership styles of millennials. Today we're actually going to dive in and look at how do millennials lead? What are their leadership styles? What kind of techniques do they use? So we can better understand where's there that disconnect? Where's miscommunication? Where are there frustrations and conflict happening? So before we start, I want to introduce myself again. My name is Ryan Boda, and I am a millennial. And today, I'm going to really be diving in and talking about where do we see this in the workplace? Where's the benefit and where's the miscommunication? In the last module, okay, that was a lot of information. That's a lot of what that's about, just understanding where did the millennials come from. But this time, we're going to actually dive in and understand how do they lead? And a lot of this came from studies for both millennial CEOs for startups. How are they treating their employees? As well as when millennials are moving into management positions, which they are lower management positions, but they're moving into them, and we're starting to actually study how do they lead. So let's look at that. So we're going to talk about 5 today. The first one is that they prefer a polite relationship with authority. Now, this is different because when you see the Gen X one, they started to actually have a little bit of problems with authority. When we talk about millennials, when we say polite relationship, that means that not only do they respect their authority and their leadership, but they want respect from them. And that means they want to know names. They want to understand each other. And that's the power of that. Just a little bit of respect down, they completely respect back up. It's really powerful. And it's the understanding of it's not about earning the respect. It's about giving and receiving respect. And that both of us have to do that. The second one that they believe in is pulling people together. Now, they are one of the most inclusive generations ever. And you're going to see in the next video that Gen X or Gen Z is even more. So they believe in group projects. They believe in a lot of project-oriented groups, not function-based, not responsibilities, but project-oriented, working together, collaborating. They really believe in that the diversity of the ideas is going to dictate the outcome and that every single person can contribute. Again, believe in collective action. That's huge. That means that when they lead, they have the mindset that together as a company, we're going to succeed. That's different than other generations where it was based on your recognition, your praise, you're moving up the ladders, your ranks. No, this is all of us are succeeding. When you look at the way that startups are designed, they're designed behind the idea that, hey, jump on board. We're all going to achieve this vision. Change-oriented. Number 4, change-oriented. They are change-oriented, right? That's one of the frustrations. That's one of the biggest miscommunications and disconnects and conflicts that we run into right there, is that they believe in change. That means changing processes. It means technology. It means testing the status quo, testing the way things have been done for years. That's the number one place that we see our biggest problem. And so that is where we need to identify that. Sometimes change is necessary. Oftentimes change is necessary. If you look at a company 25 years ago, they're not the same company they are today. And what happened was they went through a lot of change. And that's what millennial leaders want to do. They want to start changing processes. And the last one is that they as leaders are motivating by praise and recognition. And this is different than straight achievements or experience or how long you've been there. They start to outwardly praise more often. They walk by, they make comments, they talk to people in short increments, and that's how they're actually leading. And so instead of getting those achievement-oriented praise and recognition, it's consistent praise and recognition for good work, hard work, and all of that. And that's the way that they're leading. And so when we see difficulties, the first one we see is in that idea of respect. And that the older the generation is, the more they believe that you should earn the respect. And millennials believe that we should give and receive respect. And that it doesn't have to be earned. It's given and it's given back. And if the respect is broken, that's one thing, but it's openly given. And so remember that. Remember that just knowing someone's name means a lot to them when they're a millennial. The other part is create opportunities for them to be a part of the team. That's what they're doing. They're creating lots of opportunities for everyone to be a part of the team, everyone's ideas to get heard. And there's another point of disconnect, is when you believe that experience and achievements is what should make your voice heard. Well, all millennials are saying, no, everyone's voice should be heard. Again, change. Change is huge, right? Change is so powerful, and it's the most frustrating thing because you go through all that crazy time because you've been through the process before. They are leading with change. And lastly, they're motivating with that praise and recognition. That's huge. That's huge in the way that we're making a shift in how we see reviews, how we see performance, how we see feedback. So, what I have to say about this is the idea that when millennials lead, they lead from a very collective, co-creative, a collaborative standpoint. They believe that everyone can contribute to the vision, to the success of the organization. And we have to understand that because it's so powerful in the way that we're being led by millennials. Doesn't matter your generation. If you're being led by a millennial, understand that they will respect you and you should respect them. That they're going to work to pull all people together, and they believe in that collective action. They believe in that you have a power to initiate change in the group. They're going to run through all the processes and they're going to make tons of changes. And they're going to motivate you constantly with praise and recognition and to value that. So when we look at millennials leaders, they're up and coming. They're starting to move into larger jobs. They're starting to move into middle management, upper management. They're running tons of startups. This group has a lot of potential. And this is how they lead. Thank you very much. I cannot wait for the next video where we're going to look at how do you start to maximize these different generations. Stay tuned, and I look forward to speaking with you again. Thank you.